Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today we're going to be continuing off where we last ended. We're going to be playing every major variant of the Sherman. Today armed with a 76mm cannon. If you haven't watched the first part already, I highly recommend you do, and I will also have it pinned in the top comment. So here we are for the first game. We're in the M4A1 76W, a rank 3, bat rating 5.0 Sherman. If you haven't figured it out already, based on the name, this is a Sherman based on the M4A1 variant that we played in the last video, but this time upgunned to a 76mm cannon. Now, all of the Shermans that you're going to be seeing today are armed with the same 76mm gun. Now, this is a very powerful gun. It's not the best gun, but it is very good. Good amount of penetration, and it also has, of course, the stabilizer, which you're gonna be used to from the previous Shermans. And the high explosive filler in this AP round is also very good. Now, at 5.0, it's very potent. You can basically go through everything you're gonna be facing. For example, Tiger 1s, you can just go straight through the upper front plate without any major issues. Now, when you get to higher bat ratings such as the 76 Jumbo at 6.3, it starts to get a bit harder to kill stuff, but here at 5.0, you're gonna have no issues killing most things you come across. Some of the things you're going to be struggling against, just gotta aim for some weak spots and then you're gonna be completely fine. Now, the one I wouldn't say issue with it, but the one weaker aspect of the Sherman is of course your armor protection. Your turret is now a new turret, and it's pretty okay. I mean, it's nothing special. You will still die a lot by getting shot in the turret, but it can save you against some shots, at least in a down tier. Your hull is of course pretty damn weak. You're not gonna be stopping any shells from hitting your hull. You're gonna get lucky sometimes and stop it, but it's not something you should rely on. So you should try to play around the fact that you have a very good gun with a short stabilizer and the fact that you have pretty decent mobility. Now getting back to the game at hand, we started on the left side of the map and then we didn't really see anybody, so we started moving into the center. We killed some T-34s and then we eliminated some enemies going to try to retake their own capture point. And now we're moving over to the right side. And if you have been paying attention to the minimap, there are a few enemies here. And they have eliminated basically our entire team. So we hopefully are going to get a pretty good flank here. And when we have eliminated all of the guys here, so our teammates can actually get out of the bomb, we're gonna set up a defensive position around the church to eliminate any enemies going up to this hill.
Attention to the map.
Now we are in a pretty good position here. Since our teammates are on the capture point B, the enemies are probably gonna drive up from their spawn over to try to retake it, and from our position we have a really good vantage point from where we can engage those targets. And if we get under pressure, we do also have this church as cover we can fall back on.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Now we did get killed by this ISU, and I was just way too greedy for kills. And we're just gonna spawn it back up and we're gonna try to eliminate him, but here I kinda just whiff all my shots. Not my best moment, but you know, it happens to all of us. we just kinda whiff entirely. So yeah, not the best moment, but you know, it happens. With a total of 11 kills, we do take first place in a team, earning a total of 6,400 research points and 43,000 silver lions. Now for the second game, we are in the M4A2 76W. Now this is a American medium tank sitting at battle rating at 5.3, coming directly after the M4A176W. Now, as you probably guessed, this is based on the M4A2 variant, but upgunned to a 76 with a new and improved turret. Now, what makes this so different from the M4A1? Well, there's not a huge difference. The biggest difference is your mobility is up going from 39 to 47, and that your armor is a bit improved. But it's kinda negated considering the fact that you're up at 5.3 now, meaning that in a full up tier you are going to be facing 6.3 instead of 6.0. But you shouldn't again rely on your armor in a Sherman. Now, just as we clearly captured the B point, a T-3485 just comes strolling around the corner. Now, I'm not sure if this guy doesn't have a headset or he's just clueless, since we just captured B, but we will take it, it's an easy kill for us. Now, as you can hear, we do hear more targets around this apartment block, but we are going to have to be careful since if you take a quick glance at the minimap, we are alone. We don't have any support from any of our teammates, so we're going to have to be a bit careful in how we play this. Just another blind T-34 player, I guess. Now, this just baffles me when I'm watching this, when I'm editing this. I'm not really sure how these guys didn't know where we are, where I was, because I've killed so many of them from the same position. You're just gonna see in this situation right here. So this SU-85 comes around the corner, we shoot him, and the Turan just drives right past us. I would have thought he would have known where the shot came from, and then another T-34 comes around the corner. So yeah, don't accuse me of paid actors. I'm not rich enough to do this. I don't have enough money to pay for people to be absolutely bots. But yeah, we'll take this, I guess. More kills for us. Don't expect this to happen in your games. This was... I'm not sure what happened here. I guess we're just lucky to face really bad players. But again, don't expect this to happen. And yeah, another T-34 came around the corner. With us basically clearing out the entire B point, we are just gonna leave because we can't stay here any longer. Now unfortunately this KB1 comes around the corner, but luckily for us it hits a dead person's cannon bird and we can finish him off with the second shot. Now I really do need to get out of here. I'm expecting there to be a lot of cats aiming for me right now, since we did kill so many of them, so I do need to leave this area as quickly as possible. Now, if you take a quick glance at the minimap, this isn't looking good for our team. We're basically alone in trying to defend B and the swarm which will be coming from C. And we have no teammate support as well, so we're going to have to be very careful in how we play this, and it doesn't start out the best since we failed to kill this KV-85, but again, I'm not really sure what he was doing right here. He just kinda tried to run away, I think. But we do pick up a easy kill, and now we're gonna swing around and try to retake B, since we want to at least slow down our own team's pick and bleed as much as possible.
We no longer have the advantage. Attack the C point. Attack the C point.
Lucky break for us, as this Soviet ISU-152 doesn't manage to absolutely murder us when going through this fence, and only catching our track. Unfortunately, we do die to cast on C. Now, this game's basically over, we're the only ones left, and we're just gonna act as AA for the rest of the game, trying to get a airplane kill. So, enjoy me shooting 50 cats at plate for a few seconds.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones. If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win. We no longer have the advantage.
So, with 18 kills in total, we do take first place in the team, earning a total of 9,700 research points and around 86,000 Silver Lions. Now, for the third game, we're in the M4A376W, a rank 3 battle rating of 5.7 American medium tank. This is a improvement on the previous tank, the M4A2. Now we're on the map Flanders. We have gone to the far right side and trying to overlook capture point C and the routes leading to it. Now the M4A376W, it's a small improvement over the M4A2. It's not really much, and that's why it's only gone up to 5.7 from 5.3. Now it is a bit better, but you're also going to be facing a bit better tanks, as you can go up the upturn up to 6.7 to testing target 2 H's and stuff like that. Now, from the position we're in now, I would say it's a very good position. I would definitely recommend you try to go here at least a few times. You do need to be in something that actually has a reverse gear and some gun depression, i.e. not a Soviet tank. But you have pretty good overview of the area you're gonna be operating in, and you can cover actually a lot of area over sea. But now I didn't feel like waiting here any longer. I didn't notice anybody kinda driving out in where I would be shooting, so I decided to leave for the capture point C, and then we're going to move inwards towards B and A.
controlling most of the zones. We're ahead of the enemy.
After having moved from C towards B now, we have arrived at the next firing position. Again, you do need to have some sort of reverse gear and gun pressure for this to work, but from this area you actually have a really good view of the reinforcement routes from their right spawn towards C, which we are trying to defend right now. So we're going to start eliminating any targets we can come across from this area. And here you have a fantastic German player. I'm not really sure what he was doing, but easy kill for us, I guess. But with enemies at B, we're just gonna turn around and go eliminate this Centurion and retake B. And after that, I'm going to move over towards A to try to contest that capture point as well. With 9 kills total, we do take first place in the team, earning a total of 9,000 research points and 83,000 silver lions. So, for the fourth and final game, we're on the map Normandy in the M4A376W, also known as the 76 Jumbo. Now this Jumbo sits at bat rating 6.3 in the American ground detector. And on this map we're just going to rush directly towards the monument in the center, where we should have a pretty good overview of both A and B. Now, the Sherman Jumbo 76 sits at bat rating 6.3. Now, this means that you are going to struggle quite heavily in a uptier, since you can be uptiered all the way to a 7.3, and at 7.3 your armor is really not gonna do much. Your armor is still very good, but it can struggle the higher tiers you go. And with your 76 gun, even though it is very effective, it will start to struggle more and more against heavily armored tanks at 6, 7 and upwards as well. So you can't really play this as aggressively unless you're in a full down tier. But if it is in a full down tier, it is really good. So using a backup, we spawn in on the other side here to try to get a better angle on the guys on the B. We did get killed by artillery, which is pretty unusual, but it does actually happen, more than you think. Now, with us being on this side, I think it's very important for us to actually go up towards C, since if our team captures B, they're gonna be very exposed to the guys on C. So it's important that we do get the flanks taken care of as quickly as possible. And we do already have a lot of guys surrounding B, if you look at the minimap, and I think I would have been more of a help towards. So we're just going to start pushing up towards C here. We can still be pretty confident since this isn't a full up tier. Most tanks will struggle to penetrate our turret, at least. The hull is a bit of a different story, but if we just show our turret, there won't be any major issues. And it does also help that most guys were coming across, they don't seem to know that we're coming. They may be lacking headsets of some sort, I'm not really sure, but it's good for us, and we're taking out all the 4 guys surrounding C, and we're going to start the capture of it. After having captured C, we're going to start to head towards B because the enemies have actually managed to retake it. So we are going to try to retake it for ourselves. Now we are coming from a pretty good angle to attack this, so there shouldn't be any issues in killing guys on the B. And here you can see again the M62 shell with its very good explosive filler just killing this IS-2 outright. And the IS-2 is something that can just ignore our armor basically if it goes for the hull. So it's very good that we took care of him. Now we are going to just close in B now. With all the zones now captured, we're just going to try to finish off this game as quick as possible. There's not really much the enemy team can do. If you look at the minimap, our team is basically surrounded their spawn. So we're basically just trying to get as many kills as possible and waiting for the game to come to an end. And of course also avoiding any sort of chaos. With 10 kills total, we take first place on the team, earning a total of 8,000 research points and around 75,000 silver lions. With that, the video is at its end. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned as there will be more content to come about War Thunder in the near future. Until next time, take care.